Hi everyone, welcome back to Yoga at the Boonton Homes Public Library. Today we're working on balance poses and working our feet, which is very important for balance. I have a therapy bowl here, which I'll be using to demonstrate working with the feet. If you don't have this type of ball, you can use a tennis ball, a golf ball, whatever you have in the house. So go grab your ball and I will see you in class. Thanks. Hi everyone, welcome back to Yoga at the Boonton Homes Library. I have my ball. I'm going to just demonstrate some nice exercises that you could do. You really should do every day for your feet with your ball. And it can be any ball, like I had said, a golf ball, tennis ball, whatever you have. But these are really nice. I like this type. You just take the ball and you just roll it right under your feet, right? Just like this, right under your foot. And rolling it back and forth. Right? And you can buy therapy balls like this with the spikes on it. They're not hard, the spikes. And you can buy actual a little kit. It comes with 2 of the balls and it comes with directions, and it has a whole bunch of different exercises that are really good for breaking up the fascia in your feet, right? And as the fascia in your feet starts to pull in, right, that's when you start to get problems with your balance and with your feet, right? So it's really nice to roll this around. You're just sitting at home at night. And you can do the other foot. You have to do both feet, right? And the body has so many acupressure points with the feet, right? So if you're into Chinese medicine, you can find out all the little pressure points on your feet on the bottom that correspond to your different body parts, right? And inside the arch here, waking up, right? Some people have plantar fasciitis, right? So pushing in there, waking up all the tight fascia, right? Getting the circulation moving. Right? And if you wanted to, you could also stand up and of course holding on to something if your balance isn't the best, and you could just push on it, right? Opening up, right? Really nice. Getting into any tightness that you have. And also standing up, and you can roll it back and forth. And I'll do the same on this side. Now, if you're doing this, you might want to have one that doesn't have those spikes on it. So that's what we're going to start with, right? Start our practice with that. And if you don't have it now, just do it, when you get it later on after class or any time that you feel like, you can get to doing it. But I would highly recommend having one of these, working on your feet every day will help with your balance. So I'm going to put the ball off to the side and let's start yoga. I'm going to bring the block under my feet, the chair, come to a nice comfortable position. I like the blanket on my lap a lot for class. I'm going to come to a comfortable seat. Relaxing the shoulders back and down, right? Shoulders don't belong up in your ears, right? They belong back and down, right? If we're getting stressed out, we're sitting like this. Just roll them back and down. Just let them release down. Just come to a comfortable seat and close the eyes. And just breathing the breath that is you today at this time. Settling into the practice. Letting go of any stress or tension you might be holding. Let's start to elongate the breath, right? We'll do a 4-2-6 sequence. So we inhale for 4, then we hold for 2, and we exhale for 6, right? So when you're ready, inhale for 4, Hold for 2, and exhale fully and completely for 6. Continuing for 2 or 3 more rounds, doing the 4, 2, 6 breath. Coming back to the normal breath after your next exhale. The exhale is where the body relaxes. Take a nice breath in and exhale. Normal breathing. Bringing the hands together, right? Palms touching and fingers touching, slight engagement, and taking the thumbs that are connected and pushing them slightly against the heart chakra, right? And then sitting up a little bit taller. Taking a moment to set an intention for yourself, or an I am statement. I am peaceful and calm, right? Which is really nice and important. Take a nice breath in. And we exhale, lowering chin to chest. Release the hands. Inhale the head up, right? Really nice. Eyes can still be closed, but just make sure you're not holding any tension in the facial muscles. Just taking a moment here. Slowly open your eyes. Let's start working on our posture, right? My feet are connected. My bottom is connected. My back is connected to the chair, and I'm sitting taller, right? I'm getting more to that nice yogic, mindful position. Holding in on the core. Shoulders are back and down. My spine is tall and long. Crown chakra is reaching skyward. I'm sitting, my palms are face up, just sitting for a moment, taking in the nice posture. Right? It's not a sloppy posture, we're aware. Right? Yoga isn't this relaxed, let it all hang out. It's mindfulness, it's thinking where the body is, and making a connection with the breath and the movement, right? So take a nice breath in and exhale. Let's take our hands, still nice strong pose. Just take them, put them right, interlace them right behind the back of your head. Just open up those shoulders, just gently, right? This is the first stretch of the day, of the practice. And start to open up those shoulders and getting that nice stretch in the front body. So once you get tall in the head, and then I want you to just slowly start to do a little back bend. And the back bend comes from the upper back, right? So you get tall, start to just do a little back bend of the upper body, right? And just look up. Breathing in and out. Nice breath in. Exhale, just come back to center. Just release those arms. Roll out those shoulders. Excellent. Forward. I'm going to Continue with a nice tall seat. We're gonna slowly lower right ear to right shoulder. All right, and right here, the left neck is open. And as you're breathing, imagining the breath going in and out of this left side neck, right? We'll just hold it here for a few breaths. Inhale the head up to center, and then let's lower left ear to left shoulder. Inhale, head up to center. And we're going to lower chin to chest. Just for a moment. Pulling on the abdomen, pulling on that core. Right core pulls back to the spine, and you can feel that lower back open, right? Inhale the head up, and if you choose to, we'll lower that head right behind us. Pull on the core, bring that head back up to center. Exhaling. Inhale. And exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Inhale, head up to center. Left ear, left shoulder. Inhale, head up to center. Great. Head's here at center. We're going to get that crown chakra, the crown of the head reaching skyward, and just lower this chin a little bit. We're going to do a little figure eight with this head. Ooh, a nice crack there. Whatever that figure eight is to you. Doing your own figure eight with the head. All right, going back and around. And it's certainly not a perfect figure eight, but just make sure you're getting into like each of the angles. It's more of the angles and getting into the using that neck in ways that we don't normally use, but we should make sure that it's available to us. We don't want to stiffen up. Coming back to center, sitting for a moment, taking inventory of the body. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to start looking out over that left shoulder. My hands are still in front of me, right on my lap for this first move. Holding here for a moment. Getting taller. Make sure you're not slumping over. Nice tall spine. Coming back around center and then moving right over to the left shoulder. Looking out over the left shoulder, nice and tall. Coming back around to center. Sitting tall. We're going to take this left hand and we're going to put it under our bottom, right? And make sure that you're getting, it's pretty far under there, right? And then let's look over the right shoulder. And if you're caving in, get tall, looking out over. Take a nice breath in. Exhale, come around to center and all the way over to the left. And keeping here for a moment. Inhale. Come back around to center, removing that left hand, taking the right hand and putting it under. Inhale. Exhale, looking out over the left shoulder and holding it here for a moment. Inhale. Exhale, coming around, looking out over the right shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, coming back around, removing that right hand, taking our hands and interlacing them. All right? So we're just going to interlace them the way that we're comfortable right now. Interlacing them and pushing the palms forward, right? So gently pushing forward. pull in on the abdomen, right? As you pull in, that lower back opens up. I'm going to try to lift up overhead. Lift, lift, lift the best you can. If you're here today, right now, that's fine. Stay there. Lift, lift, lift the best you can. Don't go too far behind at this point. Just right here next to your ears, trying to get those arms straight. Pull in on the abdomen and breathe and take a nice breath in and exhale. Nice breath in. Exhale, release the hands and sweep them down. And bring your hands up to heart center. Just sit for a moment. And exhale, hands down. Right. Roll out the shoulders. I'm going to remove my blanket. I'm going to remove my block. So get comfortable. All right. Removing whatever was on your lap if you had a block. Come up more towards the end of the chair, right? Sitting nice and tall. I'm going to take left leg across right leg. So here we are, nice cross-legged position. We have our foot, right? We're doing balance and we're working with our feet today. So you're going to take your hands, you take the palms of your hands and just give your foot a nice massage. Right? Going into the arch of the foot and the ball of the foot. And really like widening the foot, like moving the muscle around and getting in there and moving everything in the foot, right? Giving it some love, right? They do so much for us, the feet. Right, really nice. Getting into the arch. Right, sometimes you have a cramp in the foot, but the calf could be tight, or maybe the hamstring is tight, right? Never really sure. And then get into the feet. Get into those toes too. If you want, you can put a finger in each one of those toes. Try to separate them, right? May feel weird, maybe a little painful, right? Getting in there. All right, remove those fingers, give that big toe a little love. There we go. Let's do the other foot. Let's put this left foot down, bring up this right. The same thing on this foot. Getting into the feet and moving the muscle around. Going up and down that foot. Really getting in there. And if you have a little tender spot, just gently try to move it, right? And let's get into those toes. Put fingers in each toe. They feel weird. I'm having trouble with this foot. There we go. There we go. Getting in there. And sometimes you have that big toe that wants to go visit the the second toe and sit on top of it. They start to cross. So this should really help with loosening up those muscles and the tendons in the feet, which can get really tight over time. So just getting into that, holding it for a moment with the toes. Back and forth a little bit. All right, and taking out my hand, just even the top of the foot. All right, we have tendons and bones and everything. My right leg's going on the ground. I'm going to open up those toes real wide. And then curl them in and open. It's really hard to have good balance when the feet are tight. Right. So every day it's so easy to do. A lot of times when I'm setting up for my yoga poses, I widen my toes. I want to feel that earth. I want to make the connection. Okay, great. Then we're going to just take our feet. We're just going to cross over. We're just going to work on circling the ankles a little bit. You can do whatever you want. If you want to have your foot out, or if you want to cross it. I don't know why I just crossed it, but make sure you're sitting tall. Don't start caving in. And back around the other way. There we go. And my other foot. here, let's point and flex this foot. We'll go back and we'll point and flex the other foot. Flex, right? And the flex is when the toes come towards you, right? All the muscle is engaged, and then pointing the toes away from you. Make sure you're sitting tall the best you can. Foot goes on the ground. Pointing and flexing at your own time, right? Whatever the timing is for you. Just make sure you do a few. By a few, I mean probably 6 or 7. I'm starting to sway back. There we go. Put that foot on the ground. Hands are on our thighs. We're just going to do some nice circles. Get into that spine. All right, it's all part of balance, walking and maintaining good posture, flexibility, and reverse those circles. These are really nice. I like to do these in the morning. Sit on the edge of the bed. Sitting on the edge of the chair, getting nice circles. Going back and forth, really nice. Nice, strong, seated yogic seat. Feet are connected to the ground. Raise up those toes. Raise up those toes. Open, open, open. Placing them on the ground. Shoulders are back and down. Slight engagement with your abdomen, right? Pulling it in a little bit. Really nice. Taking right leg over left leg. Now we're going to do a nice seated forward fold. My right foot is flexed. My hands are down in front of me. Nice open hands, right? Arms are open. A few breaths in and out. Inhale the arms up, sweeping the arms up. Arms up, 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 tall and long. Long, 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 tall, 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 right? Flip the palms out and then just start folding forward, hinging at the hips the best you can. Arms are coming down, right? We're going to forward fold over that right leg that's crossed. My hands come right to my leg and my head just hangs. And the foot is still flexed. And I'm just letting this nice forward fold, right, encourage my vertebrae and my neck to open gently, having the fluids moving over, right, up and down, right, they're coming to my head, moving things around. Letting that back open, right, you can feel my lower back releasing. Pushing into the ground, right, rooting to rise. So this left foot is pushing in, and at the same time, I'm going to be engaging all my muscles and pulling it on my abdomen. Hands are coming out, they're sweeping up alongside, right? I'm using my muscles, encouraging muscle strength, right? We want to build strength. Be strong yogis. Breathing in and out. Palms come together, hands come straight down the midline. Just hold it here for a moment. Maybe a slight push on the heart chakra. We just release. Release the arms. Undo our legs. Left over right. Left foot is engaged. Right and flexed. Sitting tall. My palms are facing forward. It's my shirt. Inhale the arms up. Or get tall, tall, right? Urdhva arms, tall, tall. Breath in. Inhale. Palms flip out and we start to hinge forward, right? And now we're going to hinge forward, 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 fold. Arms are coming down the side. Oh, forward folding. My hands are on my shin. My head is hanging. I'm just going to breathe into it. Great. Pushing down on that right foot into the ground. Engaging the leg muscles and pulling it on the core Sweep the arms up and around, right? The reverse swan diving arms, seated, right? Really nice. Arms come up overhead if you want to take a look. Hands come together, they just come straight down the midline. Then we release the hands and we undo the legs. I'm using all my muscles, so I hope you're really getting into the pose and engaging the muscles and having the breath move you through. Really nice. Clears the mind, opens up everything. Roll the shoulders. Excuse me, roll the shoulders. Let's take our right leg over left. We're going to do a twist, having a nice flex of the foot in the right foot. All right, I'm really up on the end of my chair. I'm not leaning back at all. Palms are facing forward. All right. Inhaling the arms up over head, tall again. So now I'm going to twist over to the right. Right, see my collarbone and my breastbone all going to the right. It's not a big twist, it's a simple twist. I'm going to take this left arm, it's just going to land right here on my right thigh. So I can use that tension to give me a little more twists. All right, so this is where we can stay if you want. So this hand, this right hand, can go on the waist and bringing back that right shoulder, right? You don't want it like this. You want to bring it back and down. So the twist, everything's engaged, right? So we're inhaling, we get taller in that spine, and we exhale, we get into that twist a little bit more. Really good for digestion, great for the spine, and you can look out wherever you'd like. I don't really want you to swing your head all the way around. Just a nice gentle twist with the neck. Make sure you're breathing. Nice inhale and exhale. Inhale the arms up overhead. Tall, tall. Right palms come together. Hands engaged. Just come straight down the midline. You can do it on the other side. Open and close those toes a little bit. Open and close them. Left leg over right leg. Foot is engaged. Palms are facing forward. Sweep the arms up overhead, really tall. And twisting over to the left. Dropping or lowering this right arm. Palm faces outward, right? So you get a nice engagement, you get a nice connection. You can push open a little more. This left hand can be on the waist. Or if you have the chair, if you want to hold on to the chair, you can get a little bit more, but gentle, right? Back and down with that shoulder. Nice inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale the arms up, tall, come around to center. Palms come together, just come straight down the midline. Take a moment, take a breath, and exhale. Putting hands on our thighs, just going to do a quick cat-cow sequence, right? So inhale, exhale, curl in. Use the abdomen and the core muscles to pull it in. Exhale, open. Lowering head if you like. Exhale. Let's come back to seated. Placing where our feet are on the ground, right? So here we're just going to come to a nice stand. Right, really nice. Get yourself adjusted. We're going to put the hands, we're going to cross our hands over, right? Or across our chest. Staying right in front of your chair. We're going to do sit squats, right? So here we are standing, hands are across, tall, tall. Just going to bend like we're sitting in the chair. Holding for a moment. Come to stand. So as you're going to the squatted position, right, you want to engage all the muscles, right, of the leg. You want to use the glute, engage the glute. And you want to do a slight roll, right, tucking this your backside under, right? So let's start again. Here we go. I'm going to go back like we're going to sit down. Engage in all the leg muscles, right? We do chair pose. This is a very similar chair pose. Engage and pull on the core. Slightly tuck that backside. Come to stand. Shake out those legs. Okay. Do one more time. Engaging all the muscles, pulling on the core, and then you feel the backside tuck under a little bit, right? Really nice. So while we're here, you're going to come up on the right toe for a minute. Lower that right toe, come up on the left toe, back up to the right toe for a moment. Make sure you're breathing. Come up on the left toe. Both feet are on the ground. Come to stand. Sweep the arms up. Right? Look up for a moment. Hands come together. Come right down the midline. Taking a breath or two. Really gets the heart rate going, right? Really nice. One more time, breath in. And out. Taking a chair. Put it at the top of the mat. Okay, I'll do a little bit of few sun salutations. Here we go. We're going to stand 2 feet from the mat. I'm going to raise up my toes, right, wide. Open up those toes. Put them back down, right? Really nice. Mountain pose. Tall, long. Sweep the arms up. So now we're in Urdhva Hastasana, getting tall. Opening up those armpits, getting length in the side body. All right, really nice. Flip the palms out and we start to hinge at the hips. Hinge. Arms come down and they come up to the chair. Right? Just really nice. Now we're just going to let it hang for a moment. Kind of a modified forward fold. And put a little soft bend in those knees. Oh, yep. Really nice. Just let it all hang, let that head hang, right? As you start breathing into it, gravity starts pulling you down, making sure you're safe though, wherever you are. Just enjoying this forward fold for a moment. Rooting to rise, pushing into the ground with your feet, engaging the leg muscles, right? Pulling it on your abdomen. We're just going to roll up. All right, we're just going to roll up. Coming to stand. We're going to practice a little Urdhva Hastasana. We're going to do nice mountain pose. Feet are hip width distance. Right? Shoulders are back and down. My high knee is slightly tucked. Palms are facing forward. And this chin is just slightly downward. Inhale the arms up. Getting tall and long. My arms are just up overhead, but start pulling up like someone's pulling you up. So all of this, you're getting a nice stretch, right? Nice and long. Grabbing your left wrist with your right hand. So lean over to the right side. Let's not push out that hip, right? That's not what we want. We want to keep those hips straight, pushing back on that left hip, really, pushing it back. You pull back that arm behind you a little bit. Come tall. Urdhva Hastasana arms. I have a slight bend in my knees. Left hand grabs right wrist, and the other side, I'm just going to lean over. Pull back on that right hip. And then maybe those arms come back a little bit more, so you're really opening up. Come Come back up to stand. And arm, palms face out, and you just sweep down. So while I have you here standing, we'll do cow-faced arms, right? Then take this right arm and it just comes up, straight up overhead. And my thumb is facing that behind me. So I take my right arm and it drops. Here it is. I take my left hand and my palm of my left hand is facing behind me also. I'm going to sweep this arm up and try to grab the other hand. Now my hands don't meet, right? Clearly don't meet. So you can grab your shirt. Oh, my turn on. You can grab your shirt and hold on so you get a little bit of an extra stretch, right? You can feel it in this front arm and the tricep. And this arm, my right arm or your right arm, should not be out here, or you shouldn't be hunched over. Should be as tall as you can be, and the head should be sitting nice and loose on your shoulders, right? You're not hunched up. I'm just holding for a moment. I'm holding my shirt. And just unwind. And just do a little shoulder circles. So we're going to do the same on the other side. So I take my left arm and bring it up overhead, right? My thumb is facing behind me. And I drop or I lower that arm so it's right by my shoulder blades. I take this right hand, once again my palm is facing behind me. I sweep it up. Now some people can grab their hands. I don't know if that will ever happen in my lifetime. But I am where I am today, and that's what we work, right? That's what I'm going to do. This is where I am. I'm breathing into the pose. Right? The breath moves me through, right? And the breath tells my nervous system, if my breath is long and calm and smooth, my nervous system, it says, oh, this is fine. We're not going to panic, right? You can use this breath throughout your day. One nice breath in. Exhale and unwind to the shoulder or the arm sweeps, whatever you feel like you need right now. Bring the chair next to us for a balance pose. Right, wherever you are, get that chair, whatever you're holding on to for balance. So we're going to have our chair, we're going to raise and lower our feet, all right? Make a nice connection with the earth. And you can roll around on your feet to know like who you are, who your feet are, right? You feel the bottoms, right? The heel rather, and the ball and the pinky toes. Then you come to a nice stillness. I'm going to take our right leg, just bring that bent knee up. Foot is flexed. I'm not throwing myself into my hip either, right? I always say this. It's tall and long. Now, if you can and you choose to, let go of the chair. Just have the chair here. If you want, you can have your hands. We're going to put our hand back on the chair. We're going to bring this right leg out to the side. And once again, don't dip, nice and tall to the right. And if you want, you can bring it back up behind you. Hold for a moment. And then bring it back to the ground. Okay, we're going to do the same on the other leg. Move my chair. There we go. Raise and lower our toes. Coming to stillness. Bringing up this left leg. Not dumping into this right hip, becoming nice and tall. Bringing up that left leg in front of me with a nice flexed foot, right, really tall. You can leave it here, right? If you feel like you're steady today, you can take a nice hand to heart chakra pose. Now I'm going to put my hand back on the chair and bring my leg out to the side. You can feel all this engagement, right? And then we're going to bring this leg up behind, bring it to the ground. Just up and down on those toes, right? Back and forth. Really getting into the toes. Now for tree pose. So we have 3 options for tree, right? We have A, where it's a kickstand. I'm just going to demonstrate real quick. We have A, we've got B, where your foot is up on your shin, right? You have also C, if you want to bring your foot all the way up here, right? And your foot is never on the knee, right? So you have an option. We'll start with whatever leg you want. I'll start with my right. I feel the ground, right? Really nice. Raise and lower my toes. Nice mountain pose, right? I just get comfortable, feel the connections, make sure my posture is nice. So we have A, right? And I'm going to do B, where my foot is on my shin or my calf, right? Here we go. This leg is bent and it's pushing back a little bit. I'm going to be staring at a drishti point, right? And a drishti is something, a spot 6 feet in front of you, and that keeps your focus, right? So if you can stare at a point that's not moving, coming hands to heart center, right? So you have your leg in place, you have your drishti, your hands are at heart center. You can also bring your arms up, right, to grow your tree. You become long and tall in that tree, right? You're rooted just like a tree is rooted, right? But you're able to move with the times, right, and the turbulences of life, right? A tree, like you're swaying like a tree. Now we just unwind, roll the shoulders, maybe the feet. Excuse me. Other side. Weight is going to be in my left foot, right? So I'm getting set up. My feet are connected to the earth. I raise and lower my toes. I'm putting the body weight into my left leg, right? My left side body. I'm going to bring up my leg to my B position, right on my shin or my calf. I'm taking my hands. Ooh, ooh. There we go, swaying, right? Now I'm going to bring my hands to heart center. I think I might leave it here. I have my drishti, my spot in the ground where I'm staring. Helps me focus and keep my balance. Now, if you choose to, you can make that tree grow, right? We did it the other side. Make sure that right leg, it's not forward, it's more to the back, right? So you're opening up that hip, you're getting tall and long, engaging the core, right? The core is so important to balance. The feet, right? Really nice. Take a nice breath in. Tall, exhale and unwind. Oh, roll the shoulders and move those feet around. Really nice. Let's sway the arms a little bit. Really nice. Now we're going to get back to a couple little sun salutations with our chair. And we're going to throw in, I'm going to throw in a plank too, okay? So here we go. Right here, a few feet from the mat, from the chair. And now when you do these sun salutations, you have to move according to your body and what you're comfortable doing, okay? So mountain pose, take inventory right from the top of the head through the body, making the connection with the earth. I have a soft bend in my knees. Inhale the arms up, tall. Start hinging forward. I'm going to hinge forward, right? And I'm just going to come to the chair and I'm going to get a nice long into my spine. That's what I want. I want you to get the nice opening of the spine, right? Really getting in and opening up that spine. exhale. Now inhale, come up on the toes, roll forward, right? You're gonna have to fool around a little bit. Come to a plank using the chair, right? And make sure you're comfortable holding this plank, right? And so we're just gonna hold for a moment or two, right? Using your arm strength. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, you're gonna come up on the toes, rolling back, right? And pushing, using the arms to push that body back into this nice downward dog. Ooh, really nice. Let's do this again. Inhale, we're gonna come up, I'm up on my toes, see I'm up on my toes, rolling forward, using that chair, using my arm strength, using my core, trying to get a nice plank-like position, right? We're not on the ground, we're using this chair. Hold it for a moment, engage that core, pull that core in, and then rolling back on those toes, rolling back to that nice downward dog. I had to bend in my knees a little bit. Okay, nice length in the arms, right? Inhale, we're gonna roll up again. My back is like a cat, right? That cat-cow pose. Rolling forward. Nice plank. Shoulders are back and down. My chest is forward. Engage that core. Inhale, we roll up again. Rolling. Back to that downward dog. I'm in this modified downward dog. Really nice. Move that hip left and right. Left and right. Getting into the hips, left and right. And bend the knees. That's the next one. Bend the knees. Going back and forth. Trying to get as much length as you can in that spine. Really nice. Come back to stillness. I'm just going to walk up a little bit to the chair. Here I am. And now I'm just going to, excuse me, leaning forward, resting my head on this chair. So I'm in a nice, comfortable forward fold, bending into the knees a little bit. And I'm just going to rest for a moment. Nice breath in. Another breath in. Then exhale. So now I'm going to walk myself back out a little bit. Here I am. A little bit farther from my chair, right? My legs bent. I'm going to bring up this leg behind me, this right leg. Try to make it parallel with the hip. That's it. You don't want to higher, you just want to parallel the best you can. And just holding it here for a moment. And then releasing it. And go back and forth. Alright, we're going to do the other side. We're going to lift up that left leg. Parallel to the hip, right? And I'm like leaning down, right? So the next one we won't be leaning down. And lower that leg. Great. So I'm going to push up a little bit on those arms. Get nice straight arms the best you can. And having the inside of your elbow facing each other. So your arms are straight, you're pushing in and up, right? Put the body weight over to the left leg. We're going to bring up that right leg behind you. So this pose, arms are pushing up, leg is back, just parallel, not too high, doesn't need to be high. And the crown of your head should be going forward. Really nice line, right? If like the energy was coming from the back of my foot, the bottom of my foot, all the way straight through and come out the top of my head. And release. Arms are straight and they're engaged. Eyes of the elbow are facing each other. Nice and tall, pushing in. Lift up that back leg. Not too high. Crown of my head is facing forward. Little balance Building some arm strength. Nice yogic straight line. And release. Walking up to the back to the front of the chair. We're just gonna work the legs a little bit, right? Releasing any tension, fixing your shirt. Coming back around. Sweeping the arms up. Straight down the midline. One more time. Sweep the arms up. Straight down the midline. Just take a nice breath in. And exhale. Having the chair next to you. Just standing next to the chair. You can do this any place in your home, right? Nice balance exercise. Practice daily. Feet hip width distance. Just going to bring up the foot right behind us. I'll go to the side so you can see. Right, that's it. Right, just a little bit off the ground. And you can hold on or not, but this is really nice. You can try to do this in the kitchen. I have a little soft bend in the other leg. I'm breathing, right? I'm not holding any tension or stress. And we'll do this on the other leg. You raise and lower that foot. This is real simple balance exercise. Right. And when you're done with the last one, just work out those legs. And we're going to come to a wide-legged stance. Just going to sweep the arms up. As we lower the arms, we bend the knees. Sweep the arms up. And we lower. One more. Come back to stand. And roll out the shoulders. Swing your arms around a little bit. And then when our legs are in any kind of wide-legged position, we heel-toe them or toe-heel them in together. We don't have to jump or any, jump them together. Just take it nice and easy. And now we're going to get our chair and get ready for a little cool down and Shavasana. So getting whatever you need today to get into the Shavasana or cool down. I'm just going to take my block, which I really like, under my feet. And I put my blanket back on my lap. I'm just going to have my hands out with my palms facing upward for a moment. Just taking a nice breath. Let's take the right hand and put it on our chest and our left hand on the stomach, and just take a few breaths before we get into Shavasana. Moving the hands, placing them on the lap, palms up or palms down, or wherever you are today at the end of class. And just sitting for a moment and letting the class and the work that you've completed settle into the body. Taking inventory. Taking your hands and just putting them at the back of the head. So they're just sitting there loosely, holding your head. Just start massaging a little bit. sort of massaging, eyes closed or open, wherever you are. But a little self-care. It's really nice. It's really nice at any time, right? But now it's particularly needed. Just massaging all the scalp, right? The whole scalp, getting into all the pressure points and all that stuff on the head. Right? Just moving it around, those hands. There you go, really nice. And when you feel like you're done, we'll all meet back. And palms up, palms down, but we'll have a nice close to the eyes. Let's begin by allowing the stress to fall away from us. As if we were enclosed in plastic, right? And it just breaks away and falls off of us. Stress and worry is just disappearing from our bodies. Eyes are relaxed and closed. We're not holding any tension in our eyebrows or in our jaw. We're not clenching our teeth. We have a little soft opening in the jaw. Shoulders are relaxed. Arms are hanging loosely on our lap, right? Our hands are on the lap. Legs are connected to the chair. Our feet are connected to the earth, grounding us. The thoughts are put out of our mind. We let them go. The breath enters the body. Exhale. Visualizing the breath coming into the body and moving through, right? Moving through the body. Using the mind's eye to allow the breath to bring healing energy to wherever you need it today. Take the time now by using that healing breath, bringing it to parts of you that need it. Coming back to the normal breath. Moving your fingers and your toes. Bringing the hands to heart center. Revisiting your intention if you set one today. And slowly opening the eyes. thank you, yogis, for allowing me to bring you yoga today. I wish you peace and joy, and you go in ease. Namaste.